So hi everybody and welcome to this week's video of RBX Excel videos. This video is all about the SUMPRODUCT function in Excel. The SUMPRODUCT function multiplies values in different columns and then sums up the results. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my videos, consider subscribing to my channel. Please enjoy. So in this video I'm going to tell you all about the SUMPRODUCT function. And the SUMPRODUCT function is a combination of a product and a sum. Well, the SUMPRODUCT function, it multiplies values in different columns and after that it sums up the result. It's also possible to add conditions in your SUMPRODUCT function, and you can even use the AND or the OR statement in that. We are starting with a simple example. We are going to calculate the total profit for all our products. Well, we can just type an equal sign and create a simple sum function. But when we do not have this column, when we don't want this column, and we want to calculate the total profit, we can use the SUMPRODUCT function. And I'm just going to type it equal sign SUMPRODUCT opening bracket. You see, it only asks for arrays. Basically, it's only asking for columns to multiply with each other. So my first column to multiply is my price. And I can type a semicolon to go to the next array, and the next array are the sales. So the price multiplied by the sales is my profit. And Excel is going to do that for all 5 rows and then sums up the profit. So I'm going to close my SUMPRODUCT, press enter, and you see this equals the profit we already calculated with the sum function. I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to replace my standard delimiter, a semicolon, by a multiply sign. Press enter and you see I have the same result. And I want to advise you, always use the multiply sign in your SUMPRODUCT function. And why that is, I'm going to show you in the next example. Here we are going to calculate all profits for the color green. You see there is a column with a color in my table, and I'm going to calculate the profit for the green products. For that, again, I'm going to type an equal sign, my SUMPRODUCT opening bracket, and I want to make a condition because the color needs to equal green, and conditions are always between brackets. So I need to type another opening bracket, and I'm going to select my column for the color, and I'm going to type equal sign green, which is in this cell. Closing bracket from this condition, use a multiply sign, and I'm going to select my price, another multiply sign, and I'm going to select my sales to calculate the profit. Closing bracket, press enter, and you see this is the total profit for the color green. So you're probably asking yourself, how can Excel calculate with a color, with a text? Well, that is exactly the reason why we use the multiply sign instead of our standard delimiter like a semicolon or a comma. When you use the multiply sign, Excel is going to see these text as a 1 or a 0. Because when it meets our condition, when the color is green, Excel sees it as a 1. And yellow is not meeting our requirements, is not meeting our condition, and it sees that as a 0. So it's basically multiplying 1 by 239 by 393, and it does that for all the rows, but in the second row it's multiplying 0 by 159 by 493, which is 0. So, and it sums up all the results, and so we can create our total profit for this color. You can see when I replace this multiply sign by a standard delimiter, and also this one, you can see the result is nothing. So that's the reason why you always should use your multiply sign in your SUMPRODUCT function. Well, we are going to create another example which is a little bit more complicated. I want to count all products with some conditions. The color needs to be green or yellow. So we are going to add an OR statement in our SUMPRODUCT function. And the category needs to be A. So I'm going to just type equal sign SUMPRODUCT opening bracket for my SUMPRODUCT function. I need an opening bracket extra because I'm gonna type a condition, and I'm gonna type another opening bracket because my OR statement needs to be between brackets. Well, my first condition is the color. I'm selecting the column for that, and it needs to equal green. Closing bracket for my first condition. I want an OR statement, and in that case I don't type a multiply symbol, but I'm gonna type a plus sign. The second condition, again between brackets, is that the color can also equal yellow. Closing bracket, because that was my condition. Another closing bracket, because my OR statement is ready. So I can type a multiply sign to go to my next condition, which is between brackets. And that is that the category needs to equal A. Closing bracket to close this condition, another closing bracket to close my SUMPRODUCT function. Press enter and you will see there are 3 products which have the color green or yellow and have category A. Well, in the next example we are going to calculate the profit for these products. And the beginning of the function to calculate the total profit is the same as the total count of the product that meet our conditions. So I'm just going to select this cell, a little bit lazy, I'm copying my function, press escape to leave my cell, go to my other cell, press Ctrl V, and I'm going to remove the closing bracket to close the SUMPRODUCT function, because we're going to extend our SUMPRODUCT function with again a multiply sign for the price, and again a multiply sign by the sales. And the closing bracket to close my function, press enter and you see the total profit. Well, you see it multiplies also the texts, and I made another table below here where I replace the text by a 1 and a 0, and this is how Excel sees your data when you use the SUMPRODUCT function with a multiply sign between your arrays. And you can imagine every row where is multiplied by a 0 has the product of 0. So when Excel sums up the products, that row will be added as a 0. In that way you can calculate the total profit with below conditions. So remember, always use a multiply sign instead of a standard delimiter like a comma or a semicolon in your SUMPRODUCT function. So I hope you learned a lot of this video and that you can make your own SUMPRODUCT function in Excel. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Thanks for watching.